We've got our full moon in Cancer gone and done, although we may still be feeling some of the effects. We've got Jupiter conjunct Chiron. Let's talk about that. And we've got our moon transiting through some zodiac signs this week. Plus, on Saturday, it is going to be conjunct the South Node. Now, I love looking at conjunctions. Don't get me wrong, all the other aspects are beautiful. But I really, really, really think that these two conjunctions at this time are pretty important. So, this is your Sidereal Astrology Forecast. Let's get started. If you are new here, hey, my friend, Danie Simuni's here, your spiritual healer, helping you find clarity on your spiritual journey. One of my favorite things to do is to help you remember who you are, why you came here, so that, right, we can strip away who society, who your family, who the teachers, the mentors, the people in your life told you who to be. And we do this through the lens of astrology. And I love that because astrology does not lie. Astrology does not lie. It tells it like it is, which is why I absolutely love it. And on this channel here, we do sidereal astrology. So slightly different from our tropical friends. We do sidereal here. So if you don't know what sidereal is, no worries. It is very similar to tropical. It's just how we look at the sky is slightly different. But all the zodiac signs, all the houses, all the planets, all the things are exactly the same. So maybe I should do a video on that. If you want to see me do a video on the difference between tropical and sidereal astrology, let me know because I'd love to do it. Okay, we are going to get into how you doing, my friend? How you doing? How are you? I'm excited to be back with another video this week, and we're talking. So today is, well, today's actually not the beginning of the week. Shh, don't tell anybody. Which was yesterday. I'm actually filming this on the 7th of February, which you really don't really need to know. But I felt compelled to tell you. So Monday, February 6th, this is our astrology forecast through the 12th of this month, which means we are in our last week of Capricorn season. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But let's get started. Okay. So as I'm pulling this up, let me know in the chat how you doing, my friend. That's where I was going before I got off track. So all right, let's take a look at this beautiful chart here. We are looking at Monday the 6th, and you can see here we have our sun still in Capricorn. We've been in Capricorn for a while now. We are in our last week, as I mentioned. And so remember, this was the time for us to take the vision and the ideas, the exploration that we had in Sagittarius season, and then bring that into our goals, into planning, into organizing, into getting it all straight. And so now that we have this, right, now that we have got our goals and we got our planning together, we've been organizing things and getting things straight and really grounding in, right, what it is that we desire this year and beyond. As a matter of fact, I just finished up our retreat that we did, which was so much fun. I absolutely loved it. And I taught on this last Saturday a workshop all on goals and goal setting, and took such a really fun approach to goals, something that I hadn't really shared. And so there was a really great process that we went through. But it really was that final piece of getting very clear about what it is that we desire, and then really getting that plan in action really clear so that we know what steps to take forward every single month, every single week, and every single day to move towards what it is we're desiring to manifest this year. So let's talk about as we wrap up this week, we've still got a few more days. The sun doesn't move out of Capricorn until Monday, where it will then move into Aquarius, and Aquarius season will start. So next week we'll be talking all about Aquarius, but this week we are wrapping up that final stages of Capricorn. So if there has been anything that you're like, I really need some foundation, I really want to get some a plan together for something, this really is that last week for really, really being able to get that settled. Because once we get into Aquarius, the energy is going to shift and our consciousness is going to be thinking about something different. So we want to make sure that we've got that plan together before we move forward. All right, so let's talk about where our moon is. So our moon is in Leo as we started this week. As a matter of fact, our full moon was in Cancer. So in sidereal astrology, it was in Cancer. And so it was really from a more of an emotional standpoint. And I don't know about you, there was I feel like there's really two different aspects that I saw that were happening with this full moon. Number one, I saw my water earth friends really wanting to sleep more and get some more rest and feel really tired. And I saw more of my air and fire friends. They were more like hyped up, which was really, really funny, because a full moon in general is just it's really a more heightened type energy, which for me, I have a problem sleeping. I normally don't, but this moon, all I wanted to do was sleep. I was so exhausted. It was so heavy. And there was a couple of things that were definitely in play there, but I just thought it was really funny that there was like a very clear distinction where my fire and air friends were like, what is going on? I can't sleep. So, all right. So we started off this week in Leo. So Leo is a fire energy, which is that go energy, that motivator energy, loves to be seen, loves to be heard, loves to share, right? It is the heart-centered leader type energy. So it wants to go, it wants to have fun, it wants to play, it wants things to be playful. So if we started off this week, if you felt like determined and ready to go and take that energy moving forward, that was definitely our Leo energy here. And we actually here on Tuesday, we still are in that Leo energy. So we're still in that moving forward, taking action, getting things done, being seen for sure. And when I say being seen, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're taking selfies, right? It doesn't mean that you're showing up on video. It's more of you want people to know that you exist. And so that could be like, this is my favorite time to put things out on social media for people to share their opinion because this and air energy are really good for people wanting to be visible. They want to like share their thoughts, they want to share their ideas, share their opinions. So this is a really good time to do that. I always try during this time, especially in Leo, because they want to be seen. We all want to be seen. People will reply to posts or polls that I put out just because they want to respond. They want to me to know that they exist, which I think is really fantastic, especially those of us that kind of hide in the back, right? We want to be seen. So I really can use this energy, especially if you're somebody who is like, I'm in the back and I'm not going to put myself out there, that we can use this energy to pull ourselves forward, right, towards what it is that we desire, which is to be seen and to be heard and to have that spotlight. We all deserve to be in the spotlight in whatever way that is for us. So really good time to just take some action and to be seen for sure. So we move in. And the first part of the day will still be in Leo on Wednesday. And then towards the afternoon, we will move out of Leo and into Virgo. Now, Virgo is more of the energy of, it's earth energy. So we're going to have our sun, which is in Capricorn, in an earth sign, and our moon in Virgo, which is also an earth sign. So we're going to slow things down a bit. Okay. So if you're feeling really motivated and really excited right now, I just want to give you that heads up. We're going to come to I'm going to need to take a break, right? And Virgo is about being productive for sure. It's the perfectionist. It's about the systems and structures in our life. It is very much about getting things perfected. So, Leo's about having the really great idea. So you might even have some really fun ideas coming up these couple of days here at the beginning of the week. And then Wednesday, Thursday, even I think into Friday, let's check it out. Thursday, Friday will be in the Virgo energy of like, okay, let's take these ideas and what we're thinking and ground them in. Let's get them structured. Let's get them into a process. Let's get them into something. You may even feel like getting into work. Really good time to connect with Mother Earth, connect with nature, ground, go outside, whatever you could do. Hopefully the weather's great for you, where you can just take some time and go outside, or even just bring your plants into your desk, into your office if you work from home, or on maybe if you work outside of the home, maybe take a walk outside, or just during a break step outside. I went to an event this past weekend locally, and it was so great. We were all inside. There was like 200 people. It was a great event. And during the break, for one, there's 200 people, so there's a lot of energy. And so and I was cold because air conditioning, lots of women, temperatures, all the things. So I stepped outside during the break, and I just went and I took my shoes off and I was in the grass, and the grass is a little bit damp, and oh, it was perfect. And I just stood there and I was facing the sun, and a friend of mine was like, "What are you doing?" It's like totally charging, right? But I was felt really good, and it's just I needed to, because it was Cancer, it was a full moon, and I needed to, like, there was a lot of emotion and a lot of energy, and I just needed to have the help of Mother Earth. And so if you are like feeling some of that, just step outside. And I was only out there for a few moments barefoot, and it totally recharged my energy, and I was ready to get back inside for the next couple of hours for the workshop. So this is a really good, I mean, you should do it every day, but I'm just saying really good energy to connect with. So for those of my fire and my air energies, like, though, that's if you're sun, moon, or rising sign, or you have predominant energy in air signs, which are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. If you have any of those predominantly in your natal chart, or that's your sun, moon, or rising sign, you definitely may be feeling like this slowing down of energy. Same with the fire signs. You're like, wait, I was just going, what happened? It's like you might even feel like you hit a roadblock. My water and earth friends, you're probably going to feel like, whew, good, got a break. So that is going to be till Friday. So we've got this really good starter energy, and then we kind of slow down a little bit come Friday. And then Saturday, we're going to move into our air energy of Libra. So we're going to get back into things, but this is more of a mental energy. So a lot of thinking, a lot of like knowledge, a lot of information gathering type energy. And in particular, I want to point this out because there's a couple of things happening with our moon here on Saturday. So it will be in this Libra energy Saturday and Sunday, which will finish off our week. It will be in what's called an aspect to two different planets. So not planets, but two different, one's a planet and one's a point. A point, we'll just say that. So the first one is our south node. And so the south node is it's what we know. It's our comfort zone. It's the experience we've had. It's a strength. It's like, it's like the everyday, right? The everyday energy. What's your strength is, what you're comfortable with. And you know how sometimes like you'll step out and you'll like try something new, and then it's like you come back home. It's very much like that. It's like, oh, you know what the image is coming to me right now? I'm wanting to, like, a kids game, and I can't even remember if it's like dodgeball or what, but it's like you stay safe. You're like, I'm safe right here, and then I'm like, I'm gonna try to jump out, and then I'm gonna come back, right? It's like it's that type of energy. It's safe right here, like it's really comfortable. And so the moon here, when the moon is conjunct this energy of the south node, it can have like a stuck feeling, especially with negative emotions, because Chiron, I'm sorry, I said that wrong, because the south node is, I want to talk about Chiron too, but our south node, because it's so comfortable and because it's the moon, it has a tendency for us to get stuck because it is comfortable in some emotional patterns. And it's where the feeling is like, oh, this is never going to end. I'm always going to be in this. I'm stuck here. It can have that feeling. But it also, what it's bringing up is instability to create stability. So we have to go through instability in order for us to find the stability again. And the instability is just simply bringing things up that, oh man, no longer fit. And because we're talking about what is comfortable, it's like I'm ready to step out. I'm ready to go forward. I'm ready to take the next step because I'm done. I'm tired of it. And so this happens every single month where we'll feel that energy of like, oh, I'm done with this. Like, I want to move forward. And so we're having that this weekend. So one of the things that I would highly, highly recommend is 2 essential oils. I would highly recommend to work with this energy. I say work with because we don't want to go against, we want to work with. So the first one is black spruce. Black spruce is, oh, it's like the guidance, it's like the counselor, it's giving us perspective. And so we want perspective during this time because we want to understand what is going on. And it may feel like, oh, why am I still here? That is something that will come up is like, why am I still here? Why am I still stuck? Why am I still in the same place year after year after year? And so the black spruce can really help open up that perspective to give you some deeper insights into why we're still here. The second one that I'm going to say to work with that energy is bergamot. Bergamot, it's the oil of self-acceptance, and it also helps give us clear vision when there is uncertainty. And it's not going to tell you like, it's not the oil that's like, here's all the things you need to know about this, right? We can use black spruce to kind of help reveal that information to us, but bergamot is going to give us the clarity for the next step. Like, what's the next step? So we use black spruce to kind of get all the ideas out, to get the perspective that maybe we don't have. And then we can use bergamot to give us that clear vision to take what is our next step then. Okay, I'm done. Now, what is that next best step for me? And we can work with these both together. I highly recommend it. What I would say is you can put it on either your third eye is obviously a really great place to get vision. For some of you, you might want to put it on your solar plexus, but I would say tune into your own self and your own body and ask yourself, right? Like, where would this be good for me to place, and trust your intuition. All right. The other thing I want to talk about is it is also making, the reason why I say this is that we have this other Jupiter, our beautiful planet of growth and expansion and optimism and like just really, really like going, it's like the go big or go home planet, right? It is conjunct Chiron. Now, Chiron is known as the wounded healer. It's very sensitive. It's a very vulnerable point. This is where we were wounded, where we hold or have had traumatic experiences. And so this is, when we have Jupiter here, it is expanding that energy. So these wounds are just like, again, with this, this is why I'm bringing this up, because the South Node energy that we're having with the moon, right? This conjunction with the moon. And then we have this conjunction over here, which is not quite an opposition, but it's in Pisces. So it's not quite an opposition, but it is also doing its thing over here with Chiron. And so these two energies together can really be bringing up some stuff, my friend, really bringing up some stuff for you that maybe you've thought you've moved past, you thought that you've healed, or why is this coming up again? And I say this because this weekend, I think it's this weekend, I've been seeing things out there that kind of tell me it's this weekend. I'm not somebody who follows this, but I hear there's like this game, and so there could be, right, gatherings of people that happened that might not be so great because of some feelings and emotions that may be coming up. It's so funny. I was actually like, I should have held a workshop on Sunday. on self-love. I've been wanting to do a self-love workshop, and this is one of the best months to do it. And I was like, I should have just held an in-person workshop here locally on that day for all the people that, want a place to go so they don't have to go to that. And those of you that love the sports, I good. I love it. Just not me. It's not me. So, I mean, I love the party aspect. Don't get me wrong. I love the food and the party, but I would stay away this one if it was me, if I was going to something like that, just because there's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of emotion, just period with, the game. And then just adding this extra energy. So there could be some things that even happen moving up, because this is happening right now. Like, this isn't just happening on that day, right? The moon and Jupiter and Chiron, that conjunction is been happening for a bit, and it's going to happen for a bit longer. So this is still coming up. So some of you that are like, why is this coming up again? This is why, my friend. This is why. All right. That, I believe, is all that I wanted to share with you. There are a couple of other things that are happening that I will just say, the sun and Saturn are, getting really close here. So there is some maybe even restriction that we're also feeling amongst all of this energy, and a desire to like free ourselves from it. So this current time that we're in right now, and then moving into Aquarius, if you have been feeling stuck, or like, I'm ready for something new, I'm ready to change, maybe I'm even ready to change myself. Oh, do it. This is really good healing time to like break free from those chains, break free from those patterns, and really, really push forward. Use this energy, do some of the deep healing. I've done a couple of sessions with people this week already, and it's like really bringing up some of the current patterns that we're experiencing, whether it's in communication or relationships or with money, that we're really like getting a deeper understanding of what it is, and really healing that deeper layer. Like, there's so many layers in healing, and we're really right now have been getting to that deeper healing. So this is a really, really good time to do that, especially as we're moving into Aquarius season and all that is going on. All right, my friend. So 2 things I want to let you know. Number 1, if you are interested in any of the oils, I forgot to say this earlier, I do have a link of all the oils that I would recommend for Capricorn season. I know we're coming off of an end to them, but they're, especially the ones that I just talked about, they're on there as well. So if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to my favorite supplier of that. And then number 2, I put out a new guidebook for the current season. So every month I've decided to put, I was trying to figure out like what I wanted to do. And I was going to put this whole like astrology 101 thing together. And I was like, what they actually really need is to understand each season. And I believe that when we can understand the season and work with each season, it really brings such beautiful transformation. We understand why things are happening at the time that they're happening, which empowers us, right, to make better decisions, to work with the energy, to not feel like the whole world is shutting down on us and the whole world is crashing down, but we're just, aware of it so that we can make better choices for ourselves. And so I put together a guidebook. It's Capricorn season is out right now. I'll have Aquarius up starting next week. I'll tell you all about Aquarius and Aquarius, but the Capricorn season tells us all about Capricorn energy. It talks about this current Capricorn season. It has some weekly journal prompts in there, so you can feel free to go back to those journal prompts and work through them. And then it has talks about the essential oils. It talks about how to use them, and it also has rituals that you can do for this winter season, because we're also in the winter season still. So we have some really cool rituals there. So if you've been wanting to get started with rituals, or you want some new ideas on rituals, it's really basic instructions in there, really basic like foundational rituals that you can do this season. All right, my friend, that wraps it up for us today. Thank you so much for watching and staying all the way till the end of the video. I just want to congratulate you for that. And we'll see you next week with a new video, a new astrology forecast talking all about Aquarius. Until then, have a beautiful rest of your week. And remember, Close your eyes with me and take a deep breath. And find peace.